I know you have a hard time ingesting this, but everything that you watch, listen to, eat, it's either making you a better or a worse version of yourself. Until man understands this, he will never be able to break the chains of mental bondage. Here we are, New Year's Eve. Only a few hours from a whole new decade. And while most people are out buying bottles, while most people are out, reserving the VIP spot at Bella Noche's, I find myself seeking the silence, you know what I'm saying? And what better place to find the silence than to go to the place where God lives? Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good one. At ease, it's your boy Soul Immortal. Well, one of my pet peeves is when I get on an airplane and they tell me to put my equipment in airplane mode. I can't stand that, right? Now, it's not that it pisses me off. It's the fact that, we got self-driving vehicles. Amazon is delivering packages with drones. And you telling me you can't get this 747 off the ground because I'm sending an email? You know what I'm saying? But as I continue to evolve into the best version of myself, right? Once I became aware that I was a creator of my own world through my thoughts and through my actions, right? I began to understand the importance of airplane mode, right? Now, I'm not talking about hitting the switch on a phone. I'm talking about hitting the switch in my life. I'm talking about, having the ability to separate myself from everything. Some years ago, I was watching a video on YouTube by the late and great Jim Rohn that would change my life forever, right? And it was a video called Walk Away from the 97%, right? And it was talking about how the majority of people are broke, how the majority of people won't be able to retire, how the majority of people aren't even really happy. And he was saying, walk away from the 97%, right? He said, don't do what they do. Don't talk like they talk. Don't act like they act. Don't go to the places that they go. Because if you do, it's guaranteed that you'll get the exact same result that they're getting, right? And I'm telling you guys, once I applied that to my life, brother, everything changed. Once I separated myself from the mindset of the masses, brother, I can't even recognize my life compared to what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Just separate myself from what everybody else does. I've been able to double my income twice. I'm healthier. I used to be 263. Now I'm down. I weighed this morning, I'm 219. I'll be in the 200s a few weeks. So my life is getting better. And third, my circle. My circle is now only consisting of people that were there when I had nothing. You know what I'm saying? So just taking that knowledge from him alone was life-changing. But why is it important to walk away from the 97%? Because you can't afford to have any of that negative thinking. You can't afford to have any of those negative actions in your life, brother, because it's gonna bring you down. The only thing that comes from hanging with people with that don't have the right mindset is they create ceilings. They create ceilings on your beliefs. And I'm telling you, the best life to live is a life without ceilings. Now let's talk about something, guys. Let's talk about being a product of your environment, right? And the reason I want to talk about that is because this is where I see a lot of my young brothers drop the ball, right? See, you could have two young men that grow up in the same neighborhood under the same circumstances for the same amount of time, right? And you might have one of those brothers end up being the guy you see walk around with his pants all down his butt. He might stay in trouble. He might stay on drugs, right? And then you'll see that other brother, the other young man, he may grow up and be something great in life. He may be a doctor. He may be a ball player. He may be just a counselor to help other young brothers, but he's successful at what he's doing. Now, the thing is, if a person is a product of their environment, then how do these two people that lived under the same circumstances have two completely different results? It's because people have been led to believe that their environment is what they see as opposed to what they feel. In other words, your environment is not the hood you were raised in. Your environment is the mindset. Your environment are the feelings that you hold close to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's so important to have solitude. That's why it's so important to be in control of your thoughts. Because that's your environment. That's the world you're going to create, man. You know, like Jim Rohn said, you know, don't do what everybody else does. Don't go where they go. Don't talk like they talk. Don't act like they act. Because you're guaranteed to get that exact same result. At ease!
It's upsetting me and my homegirl because we feel like, well, damn, if you can't go to bed on no chase, what the hell could you go?
It's not like this all the time.
No, it's not. Actually, mother bring guns in their car all the time. You think we got time for somebody getting shot the place we go and have a good time at? No.